this is Joe again with another movie review. And for tonight, since I haven't done one of my movies in this particular genre, I'm going to do one. And that's for the courtroom drama genre. I've done one previous review of My Cousin Vinny, which is the courtroom comedy. But I haven't really done anything yet in terms of dramas. So the first courtroom drama I'm going to be doing is the 1996, directed by Joel Schumacher, or Shipmaker, as my friends in the cinephiles call him. The film is for John Grisham's first novel, A Time to Kill. Now, when I know this novel has seen better days. Of course, this is a movie that made Matthew McConaughey's career. And before that, he was more like a character actor. That was like the first real leading role for him. It also stars, as you can tell by the cover of the book, Samuel L. Jackson, who does about every other movie in the 90s, and plus Sandra Bullock, plus Ashley Judd. Donald and Keith Sutherland were both in it. I thought they were somewhere in this film. You also had Kevin Spacey and Oliver Platt. But this movie, in case you don't know, is based on John Grisham's first novel in the early mid-90s. So almost every courtroom or lawyer film that came out post My Cousin Vinny was the John Grisham novel. And even though this was the first one, John Grisham's first novel, it was not the first movie made. The other films that were made, I think the first one was and the client came out. Then I think the Pelican Brief and the Client came out the same year, 1994. So this one came out in '96, and this is definitely not only John Grisham, or anything, one of John Grisham's best novels, and not the best one, but also the best movie version of any of his books. Because in case of the other books and novels, I'm talking about the Pelican Brief, The Firm, and The Client. We saw the movie before we read the book. In this case, for A Time to Kill, I wanted to get the jump on my mother, who read just about every John Grisham book that came out at that time. By 1986, she read just about every Grisham book, and she would tell me, whisper in my ear as we watched the movie what was going on. So this time I wanted to move it for my mother, being the big kid I am, and we were Time to Kill for. And at the time, there was only John Grisham, and she had every book from The Firm to The Rainmaker. Those were the only books that came out paperback at that time. And I asked her how come. It's because she didn't want to read a story about 10-year-old. For those of you who don't know the story, read it not the movie. In the town called Clarendon, Mississippi, and there's this 10-year-old girl named Tanya Haley. On her way home from the store, she gets two white rednecks, two racist white guys. She gets attacked, and raped as well, and she was a 10-year-old kid. And her father, Samuel Jackson, was so angered by this that on that night visits Jake McCants, who was played by Matthew McConaughey, who was a local lawyer who wanted to defend Samuel Jackson's brother. In another case, so Corley Haley, who was the Samuel Jackson character, knew who Jake McCants was, who came to visit. And Corley tells Jake how his daughter was doing, and he told a story about how the two white guys raped another girl in another county, and they ended up getting off for it. and Carly was afraid that these two guys would get off again. And they raped his daughter. So he was worried that the two guys who raped his daughter would get off the same way that a guy got off in another cabin. So if I was control, would you help me? He said, what are you planning on doing? You planning on hurting those two boys? Because if you are, I'm tired to tell the police if you're planning on something. He says, well, I don't know if it was like Henry and Dawn whether I want to hurt the two guys. And Jake goes home and tells his wife what's going on. And the wife tries to convince him, you should call the sheriff. And remember, Jake never did. And the next day, when the two white guys remain, Carly comes out of it's like a storage closet, runs down the hallway and shoots the two guys and kills both of them, and injuring a deputy. The deputy was played in the movie was played by Chris. Of course, they wanted to have a bunch of other good roles after that. And so what happened was Carly does go on trial, and pretty much for the rest of the movie is pretty much the trial and how Jake is trying to get Carly Haley off. Of course, throughout the film, the brother of one of the two rednecks who was killed forms the Klan. Or Klan because there weren't any Klansmen there. And of course you have throughout the film, every few minutes in the film, you have the Klan doing something, putting a cross somewhere on Jake's lawn. Putting on his house. And the Klan put down Jake's house in the film. Other character he ended up shooting National Guardsmen instead, or got in the way of the bullet. And you have all this review on this film. I don't know if it's on YouTube or not, but one of the complaints that Roger Ebert had in the film that about every 15 minutes you had a thing with the Klan in it. Why can they make a movie about the South without involving the Klan in there? What's this book? I mean, hello. I think what Ebert died earlier this year or last year. Hello, you gotta read the book, and it has every few. Not every few pages, but every couple of chapters, you have something Klansman in there. And the Klan trying to get even with this black guy, trying to make like a modern-day lynching. And of course, we know what happens. Of course, Carly gets off on. But in the book, when the movie takes off for temporary insanity in the book, but in the movie it just says a straight out innocent. And of course, one of the other big complaints in the film is that Sandra Bullock had a small role in this film. She just came off 2 years earlier with her breakthrough role in the movie Speed. And so she gets the role in this movie as Ellen Rourke, or everybody pronounces Roark in the South. She gets they also Roger Ebert and other critics complained that she had a small role. And also, a lot of people have small roles in the book and in the movie, but the problem is that they're such good quality actors. And people complain, oh, this person was I like this actor, but it had just small, like Donald Sutherland had a small role as well. He plays Jake's mentor, a former boss who lost his law license. was doing like a Civil War protest, a civil rights protest, and he got arrested and he beat up a cop or something, and he lost his license and never practiced law again. And Jake was his, doing law school, but hired Jake for his law office. So Jake took over his law office when Donald Sutherland's character lost his license. So they complained that his role was too small. Donald Sutherland mostly played a drunk in this film. So they complained that his role was too small, complained that Sandra Bullock's role was too small, and and all this stuff. So hey, that's the story in the book. If you don't like the role, you gotta read the book and you can understand that hey, it is a small character, but it was a pivotal character in the book, but it is a small role. Most of the characters in this novel are small roles, except of course for Jake and for Claw-Lee. Those are the two main roles. Everyone else has a small role in the film. Even Ashley Judd, this is one of Ashley Judd's first movie roles, who plays Jake's wife. She has a small role in this thing. And Brenda Fricker, who plays the secretary, she has a small role. Alva Pear has a small role. And only knowing about how many characters have a small role in this film. But the one thing I do like about A Time to Kill compared to other movies, especially the John Grisham book, is that this one follows the novel more than any other movie that's based on John Grisham novel. And it's been years since the movie's been based on the John Grisham novel. I think the last one that came out was that Christmas with the Cranks movie. It was based on a short novel that John Grisham wrote. It was actually titled Skipping Christmas. It starred Tim Allen and Timothy Curtis, and that movie got trashed in the maze because it was really a comedy, a funny story for once instead of a drama, but it got criticized. But The Time to Kill, the only thing it got criticized for was, well, like I mentioned already, all these actors have small parts, and about every 15 minutes they show the end of this thing. But as a movie itself, I think it's definitely one of the best movies, even though Joel Schumacher directed it. This was really the last movie that he did that was really any good, was any worth watching. This was came out like a year before he did like Batman and Robin, which was the worst movie in the whole entire Batman franchise. But in terms of the John Grisham movies, this was definitely the best one. And in terms of best horror dramas, it was definitely the best one. Of course, one scene that I was very surprised that it happened was that Claw-Lee Haley took the stand. He took the stand in the novel, he took the stand in the movie, and he had the line, referring to, of course, they were proud of what he did. And of course, only one thing that changed was the fact that Hal was shooting two rednecks. That scene was not in the movie. It is a novel, but in the movie it was cut out, and it was kind of weird because there's an important plot point. Because in the movie you're like, where the hell did you get that automatic microphone, or semi-automatic rifle, the whole one of those guns that anti-gun nuts complain about to death since then. You say, oh, how the hell did this guy get this gun? And hide in the closet, and break into the courthouse, hide in the closet, and wait till the two guys come out. You can say, well, where the hell is the security in this courthouse? You could complain about that as well. You can take any movie or television show and you can nitpick it to death. But in terms of Time to Kill, it's one of the few, like I said, one of the few documentary movies that you can actually sit through and enjoy it. Some movies like not dramatic, or the fear is not there, the fear is not strong enough for me. An example is The Client. I mean, and I'm doing that sometime soon, maybe. There's no credible threat. Here you have a credible threat in Time to Kill. Especially when Jake's family keeps getting threatened all the time. And or a colleague gets threatened to get killed if the jury don't send him to the gas chamber, we're going to kill him, or we're going to shoot him, and you're like, on and on and on with that stuff. But you can see how Jake tries to get him off. And of course, a lot of the critics also complain about how Matthew McConaughey delivered the closing argument. And of course, the closing argument was how the movie, you didn't see it because the way it was edited. You just hear Tanya, Pauline's daughter, was raped and nearly killed by the two rednecks. You can really see the two rednecks, faces and stuff. You hear the clothes tearing, and you hear that, you hear Tony screaming. But the actual rape, you don't see. Thankfully, they didn't shoot it. Because if they did it, the movie would have gotten such, criticism just for showing a 10-year-old girl being raped. They would show it. They would criticize the movie to death, and probably would not release Warner Brothers, who made the film. The movie studio to make the film would never release it. I mean, when they showed the actual rape, the 10-year-old girl being raped, I mean, it was amazing. To compare another courtroom drama from The Accused with Jodie Foster, they showed the rape scene. But in terms of actually, they're going to show a rape of a 10-year-old. Unless if it's story about Michael Jackson, unless he's 10-year-old boys. But in terms of girls, no. But like I said, this movie is still, even though this is almost a 20-year-old movie already, and did make Matthew McConaughey's career, and he made a bunch of lousy movies after this film. I mean, only on the film they saw Matthew McConaughey in before A Time to Kill was the 1994 remake Agents of the Alpha, which I reviewed previously. But I mean, he played I think the center fielder, in that film. He did have a couple of lines in the film, in that one, but this time was a major character. In the major speech, get back to that, he described the rape in detail, and how he did it was, and this is how he got quality off, because in this type of movie, they're going to get off. When the defendant's going to get off in a case like this. Because usually the defendant's the star of the movie, or the main character in the film, which is in this case he was. And 9 times out of 10 they're going to get him off. Even if they're on a television show like LA Law, or in a movie like this, they're going to get, the guy's going to get off. The question is how they're going to get off. And of course, how he did was, Jake described the whole circumstance of how Tanya was grabbed by these two guys. And they initially threw a beer can at her. They tried to hang her, which didn't work because the branch broke. And before it did, they threw beer cans at her and cut her skin almost to the bone. And then they, raped her, one first then the other, and destroying any chance for her to have any kids, which is true, which is what also happened in the novel. And raped her so severely at 10 years old that now the doctor says now she can't have any kids. That's how much damage the two guys did. And of course, they threw her off pickup truck and she went down. And and he tells the story, and first he encourages the jury to close their eyes while he's telling the story, and they all did. And then at the end, after he tells the story, he breaks down the courtroom fine. He says, and then he straight looks up and he says, "Now imagine if she's white and not black." Well, I didn't say not black, so imagine this girl is white. And then there's an argument with what if she was white? Because if she was black, then she was with the father. But since she says, imagine she's white. Take a white girl instead of a 10-year-old black girl. And that's how Carly got. Imagine if she's white. And it's a film, like I said, it's one of the best common film. I think in the 90s, I think it was the best. I feel the best common drama. Of course, there were other John Grisham films that came out after this. I think it came out The Chamber, starring Gene Hackman. You also had The Rainmaker, which I kind of referenced earlier. They made a movie on that, and the last movie last John Grisham movie you think they made was, like I said, Skimming Christmas. And they also made A Painted House for television, a Hallmark movie series thing. But it was a TV film. But I mean, there hasn't been a movie, a decent movie based on John Grisham book in a long time. He wrote a bunch of books since then, and not one of them has been made into a film because maybe people got tired of seeing a John Grisham book translated into the screen. Who knows the reason why? I mean, you can see the same thing Michael Crichton took a lot of review of The Time to Kill. If you've never seen this film, you're really missing out on a great quality movie. Of the story, you guys are really missing out if you don't see this movie. Of course, I kind of have a thing with Sandra Bullock because she is definitely beautiful women in anyway, even though she's in her 40s now, or mid 40s. And you said in her 20s, or late 20s, almost 30, came off Speed. So she was pretty hot at that time. But like I said, other people complain that she had a small role. So, I mean, who cares if she was being low? Who cares if it was a major in ABC in the movie or not? That's my review of A Time to Kill. Please rate the video. Please click on. Please feel free to make any comments you have. Please subscribe to my channel and please forward this video onto your Facebook pages. Thanks for watching.